Yo, what is up mga kabataang makabayan? Welcome to another series of our very own hot take on history. But before we actually begin, let us first introduce ourselves. I am Tuazon, your Gen Z historian by heart and chismosa by passion. And here with me today is my co-host,
Sev, your Calmado King, ready to drop some truth bombs with a smile. And this is
What's in and What's Up
Kabataan?
So before we begin, magkaroon lang muna tayo siguro ng konting kamustahan. No? So ikaw ba, partner, kamusta ka naman ngayon? No? Bilang medyo malalamig ang mga araw natin, how are you these days?
Okay lang naman ako, partner. Ito, pa-chill-chill lang. Ngayong tapos na tayo magkamustahan, siguro this now also the right time to actually introduce our very loving guest. She is one of the known Gen Z who really adores and love history dahil sa dami ng kanyang mga memes posted online na nag-trending. At lahat ng to about history. Without any further ado, let us call on our Gen Z barkada, Zia L.
Hi, I'm Zia. I may not have passed all my history quizzes, but I have all the RIZAL memes saved, okay?
Today's episode is not your typical RIZAL lesson. No? This podcast is actually our way of bringing back the real RIZAL, the raw and unfiltered while still having to be relevant RIZAL. No? We're breaking the boring classroom image of it and showing how RIZAL's life works as well as his legacy are still shaking up things in the year 2025.
We'll talk about misconceptions, forgotten truths, and why Rizal isn't just some statue or quiz answer, but a real dude with thoughts that still matter. We're connecting Rizal ideals from the 19th century to today's disinformation, political climate, and social issues.
So kung akala nyong boring si Rizal Bell, you guys have to think it out again because joining us today is the man himself, the goat of nationalism, the king of clapbacks, and the national meme turned icon, our very own, the hero himself, Dr. Jose Gonzalez.
Mabuhay! I was told this would be a salon discussion, but I see it's now Spotify. So be it.
Doc, quick question. Be honest. Do you think Gen Z really gets you?
Not entirely. Many see me as a statue or just a requirement in college. They forget why RIZAL law exists, to teach young people critical thinking, civic responsibility, and love of country.
Wait, so RIZAL law was made just to make us memorize Nolly and Elfili, right?
No, it was meant to awaken national consciousness. Reading Nolly and Philly isn't about me, it's about you. Understanding corruption, injustice, and social responsibility in your time.
Okay, Rizal, go. Educate the people.
Our fight in the 1800s was against friar abuses and colonial injustice. Today, your battles may look different. Disinformation, apathy, corruption, but the need for pagmamalasakit sa bayan, still the same.
So moving forward, no, Doc, maybe we could also talk about the books itself. No? A lot of students kasi, they actually think Noli Me Tangere is just a typical Maria Clara and Ibarra's, so-called quote-unquote breakup story. Yung tipong in the modern days, it's called a love team vibes now. So what could you actually tell about that?
I love storytelling, but I used it as a weapon. Nolly is not a love story. It's an X-ray out of our sick society under Spanish rule.
The church abuse, the cruelty of power, the illusion of freedom. Ang bigat pala. But bakit love angle pa rin ang naaalala?
Because people often remember what's easiest to romanticize. The love story is touching, but it's only one layer. Maria Clara symbolizes the Filipino, oppressed, quiet, expected to obey. Ibarra is the idealist, hopeful but eventually defeated by a corrupt and unjust system. Their story reflects a society trapped in false freedom and controlled by power.
So Nolly is actually Rizal's rage in disguise?
Exactly. Nolly may seem gentle, but it carries my anger, disguised in wit and irony. It's satire and protest in one. El Fili takes it further, exposing the darker face of rebellion, corruption, and injustice. Through these stories, I wanted Filipinos to confront reality, to see themselves and their society clearly, like a mirror held up to truth.
Okay, super mic drop moment. So, Doc, maybe you have actually a favorite quote from your own Nolly and Philly that would actually, you feel, no, parang it would actually still hit today, no?
From Nolly, there are no tyrants where there are no slaves. Still relevant, don't you think?
Chills. Straight to the point.
So let's try to, take it a little bit messy because some people say, quoting from them, is Rizal didn't even want the revolution. How is he a hero? What can you say about that, Doc?
Heroism isn't just about leading battles or holding a sword. It's about standing for something greater using the voice you have. I wasn't against the revolution itself. I was against a revolution without clear purpose or direction. I believe that the real change should come with vision, unity, and a strong foundation, not just through violence and bloodshed.
So you're saying you evolve?
Yes, I evolved. At first, I believed in peaceful reform, thinking the Spanish authorities might listen to reason. But over time, I realized that colonialism is deaf to quiet pleas. It only responds when people raise their voices. That's why my later writings carry a sharper tone. They reflect my growing awareness that the real change sometimes demands more than dialogue.
So if you lived today, what would you be?
Probably banned on Twitter. But seriously, I would be a truth teller, a watchdog, a lover of knowledge. That's what I've always been.
Okay, so medyo nagigets ko siya, no? So, the point of heroism now isn't just being a frontliner itself, no, or a protester, but it can also be the idea of being aware, active, as well as unafraid of doing things, no, to become just the hero itself. Tama ba?
Precisely. Use your education not just to learn, but to serve. Ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan, but only if you act on it.
We're gonna throw some popular Rizal myths and you tell us if it's a myth or not. Game?
Sure, let's bust some myths.
Rizal and Bonifacio were best friends.
That's a myth. We never met.
Rizal was executed because he was part of the Katipunan.
That is a miss. I didn't actually join them, but my ideas helped inspire them. That's why they still targeted me.
You died a virgin.
My personal life is not for class discussion. Next.
Okay, Doc, let's get your take on some 2025 reality. So this is like just a fast talk for you. So one-liner lang ha, Doc. So starting off, fake news.
More dangerous than the Spanish censors.
Toxic Filipino politics.
Still serving the powerful, not the people.
Troll armies.
Cowards. But with Wi-Fi.
Cancel culture.
Understand before you cancel. Justice requires context.
Books or chocolates?
I actually prefer books.
Final question, Doc. What message do you want to leave for the Filipino youth listening?
Do not let your history be something you just recite. Let it guide you. Love of country means asking questions. It means calling out injustice, even when it's uncomfortable. And it means believing that Filipinos deserve better. Not someday, but now.
Oh, bitch, diba? That hits harder than a finals week in a university. Oh my gosh.
I actually feel proud of being a Filipino. I never thought that I'd say that in a Rizal subject.
If you vibe with today's episode, don't just share it. Reflect. Reread Rizal. Question power and act with purpose.
So in a nutshell, no guys, this isn't really just about passing a subject. It's more of like idea of continuing a fight Rizal never saw finished, diba? So that's all. I think that's a good wrap for our podcast today. So
This has been What's In and What's Up Kabataan, where history is different.